High up on a hill with panoramic views, this was a beauty spot as far away from danger as anyone could imagine. Certainly sisters Bieber Henry and Nicole Smallman thought so. They had chosen the highest point in Friant Country Park as a perfectly safe place under COVID lockdown rules to stage a small birthday party for Bieber in June last year. Loaded with picnic provisions, they were the first to arrive, walking through the entrance nearest to the park's stables. They were in celebratory mood. Those they invited came later. And as the summer evening neared midnight, the guests drifted away, leaving the two women wearing fairy lights, dancing to music under the night sky. But somewhere in the park lurked a complete stranger, Daniel Hussein. He'd left his father's address at around 9:15 that evening to enter the park through a different entrance. He lay in wait for 4 hours. He was there to kill. The 18-year-old had written out a demonic pact and signed it in his own blood. His psychotic mind had devised a plan to perform 6 sacrifices every 6 months, and only women. The handwritten contract found at his family home entitled Agreement laid out the returns for such murderous acts. To win the Mega Millions super jackpot, to receive other fruitful rewards, and to never be suspected of any crimes by the police. The only alteration was to correct the spelling of the word receive.
He is conscious, calculating, and trying to work through how to achieve what he sees as being his objectives. And so there is a logic to his thinking in that respect. What is illogical, which is unreal, bizarre, aberrant, is the sense that he believes that he is doing this through some deal with demonic characters.
This was the last photo of the women still alive, taken by Nicole's iPhone. The Old Bailey was told that one can see both women appear to glance to their left. The time was 13 minutes past 1 on the morning of June the 6th. I don't need to detail the ferocity of the attack. Needless to say, it was, in the prosecution's words, shocking savagery. The sisters stood no chance. Their bodies were dragged into the undergrowth, only to be found by a search party of friends and family a day and a half later. The killer had left a trail of blood, DNA, a knife, and a pair of latex gloves. CCTV shows Hussein returning to his father's house at around 4 in the morning. No trousers, jacket round his waist, and with an injured right hand tucked inside. The following day he was at a hospital's A&E to seek treatment for slashes to his hand during the attack. The wounds from his own knife required stitches. He told his dad he'd been robbed. Police believe those injuries prevented Hussein from becoming a serial killer, as he had laid out in the agreement. The weapon itself, the trial concluded, was from a block of knives bought by Hussein in an Asda store. Being 18 meant all he had to show was a passport with proof of age for the purchase to be approved, no questions asked. Yet this was a young man with a history of mental health issues who had also been referred to the Anti-Terror Prevent programme for expressing far-right views.
I think he went in October 2017, came out May 2018. During that time he received support from social services, health, his own school and the Prevent and Channel programme. And even after he was released, he went through a 6-month and a 12-month check again, really, to make sure things were okay and nothing was seen.
Those who went to school with Daniel Hussein have told Channel 4 News how his extreme views began to emerge in class from the age of 12.
We knew him to be a Satanist. He had a sinister energy about him.
Daniel was a very jealous person. He stalked my friend to the point where she'd seen him while walking home.
He would shout out dark remarks. History was Heil Hitler. Religious education was I worship the devil. He would often say he would kill you.
The That's him. That's him.
This was the moment the potential serial killer was arrested at his family home.
You're under arrest. Come out. Come out the address. Keep walking towards me. Keep walking towards me. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Hands on your head. Stay where you are. Face me. Hands on your head. Stay where you are. You're under arrest, all right?
It had taken police 3 weeks to find him. His DNA was not on their databases, but his father's was.
How do you feel right now?
In custody, the teenager said he was confused and scared, and later added he was autistic. Yet psychiatric analysis would declare him fit to stand trial.
He went through significant consultation with mental health workers in the police station, through the trial with his defence team, and by a number of people, and they all said he is fit to stand trial.
Outside the Old Bailey, the women's mother had nothing but praise for the detectives involved in the murder investigation.
This is an unbelievable day for us, but it's the first, and there are 2 more battles to go. But today we remember our girls as the wonderful, strong women they were. And we hope that some good will come out of this horrible story.
But the end of this trial is by no means the whole story. The way the Met Police responded to reports of the women going missing in the first 36 hours has been under investigation. Police say the first call from worried friends was late Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Nicola's boyfriend Adam Stone told the Old Bailey he later got a call cancelling a police visit to Bieber Henry's flat to at the very least get a photo of her. The friends were back in the park searching the following morning, Sunday the 7th of June. And it wasn't until 12 noon that the first officers were deployed where the women were last seen, 15 hours after the first initial calls. But as those officers were en route, the call came through, the friends had found the bodies.
It's not great, and my heart goes out to Adam Stone. He gave evidence, and I've listened to that 909 call, and it wasn't played out in court. It's just too distressing, and for him to find the bodies, I'm terribly sorry for that. But it's something which the police's response is under investigation now.
Daniel Hussein offered no evidence at trial beyond a complete denial that it was his DNA, his blood, and his images in all the CCTV. The families and friends of the sisters are left to struggle to comprehend a teenager's demonic obsessions.